Yeah.
Tell us about that first day, man. Marquette.
One.
What was that
Woo-wee!
like, man?
First of all, that's a long time ago, man. Jeez. We old, man. But it was you know what? You know this, and when I say this, you'll know even more. When I first got to campus, we was lucky enough to where Marquette, Arthur, we stayed in actually like apartments.
Okay.
We didn't stay in dorms. We stayed in apartments. So we had apartments when we were there. So my first roommate for when I first got there was a guy named Shannon. And
Shannon
Shannon,
Smith. Shout out
Shannon,
to
yes,
Shannon.
Shannon
Played with
was,
the Indiana Pacers for a minute.
and Shannon was one of the most talented kids that I've seen before in that way. But what I'm getting to is, so I show up on campus. Shannon's from Milwaukee. Um,
Okay.
so so he's there. So we go into our apartment, and you get taking your stuff out. Man, I listen. I had a TV with the VCR connected to it. I had this. I had a tape deck. The one you put the little tape in. Tape deck. That was my radio and clock. Listen, I'm like you all, green, different hoods. I'm from projects. I had sheets. My sheets were from the hospital. My uncle worked at the hospital, bro. My uncle worked at the hospital. Those
What?
were the sheets I had. Yes, that was what my room. When I moved in, that's what I had besides my clothes. And then I come out my room and I go look in Shannon's room. Listen, Shannon got the stereo system from the floor standing up. He got fucking stacks of food in his shit. He got the little chair with the little chair you put that you sit. I don't even know what the name of shit is that you sit in. I'm talking about this room. Look, this shit is like some shit on TV. I swear, my dog. I
Hey,
went,
hey, he ain't lying, man.
man,
Listen,
listen.
Shannon's family, man, sweet people,
Oh,
but they were well to do, man.
hey,
Shannon,
man,
they were good, man.
man. Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I went and saw his room, I went back in my room and called my mom. I said, "Damn." I said, "Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Besides just want to work my ass off in general. That made me. I was like, listen, we gotta change something. Something gotta happen up here. We gotta some gotta get to work. And you know what? In time, and like always, it's interesting. In time, I went from that to shit. About a year later, I was big flat screen TV in my room.
Uh-huh.
We can say this now. Hey, everything
Yeah.
legal now out there now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is before NIL was out there. You know what I'm saying? I went from nothing to a big fish tank in the room and all that. But but coming on campus was his experience. It was good. I think the best thing was, and Will, I think we all hit it off very well. I think mainly because a lot of us was from the same area, different cities, but same area. So went through same things. All kind of like very real. Um, all just really just tough minded.
It's crazy though, T Mill. It was 5 of us that came in.
Yes, yes, there it was.
Me, you, Amal, Craig Ahmed, and Shannon Smith. And though because Amal, he redshirted,
Yeah,
he wasn't really a part of
the
our
group.
class anymore. So we
Yeah,
have 4. Of that though, man, only you and I lasted.
yeah. Only us two got out of it, and then
Yeah.
I had to beg my boy to finish it with me.
Yeah, you had to bag me to finish. I was
I
like,
had to
T Mill,
beg him
I'm
to
out of
finish it
here,
with me.
man. Marquette different, man.
Yeah, I had to beg my
And
boy to
here's the
finish
thing,
it.
and it's not Marquette as a university because it's a beautiful school, man.
Yes, yes, yes.
People was great. Shout out to, man, and rest in peace, Tom
T
Ford.
Ford, yep, T Ford.
T Ford, man, was the
Without him, we wouldn't.
man.
Without him, I wouldn't have no degree.
Yeah, T Ford got us through, man. That joker, man. He listen. T Ford taught us how to be college students.
We all know,
That joker.
when I first got there. So I love numbers, and I used to be into accounting when I was in high school, and I always wanted to be an accountant. So that was my major when I first got there. That's what I wanted to be, an accountant. So I was taking those classes, so it was fine. But they had a couple math classes that you had to take to get through this degree. One of the math classes, they had this open book notes and everything, right? So we go in this class, and I'm in class, I'm writing notes down, taking it. We have a test, and I go in, I open this test up, and I can't even start this shit. I don't even know how to start it. I'm like, This shit hard, man. Listen, I went to time. I went to time. I said, time. Like, I want to major in accounting, but if I got to get through this math class, I'm not gonna graduate because I ain't gonna get. I'm not because if this is the first, if this is the first math class, I can imagine how the other ones are. And then we hadn't even started traveling yet, so that meant I was gonna miss majority of the classes, and it was gonna be through notes. And I needed to be there and see this and see what was going on, so I can process it and put it together. I said, T, I think I'm about to be I'm about to go to communication. So so I changed that major to communication, and so it limited how many math classes you had to take, and that way, and it's funny. I sit and think about this now after I done went and got online 2 master's degrees since then, and I sit and think about like when we did it. That back then, we just always thought about basketball. It never was like what really was going to be what we was going to do afterwards. And if you did, you probably would have reassessed maybe like what type of major you went about. But all of us was hooping. All of us
Absolutely.
had how we grew up. All of us had the intention to think that somewhere, somehow, we was going to be paid playing basketball. We was no other thought.
Absolutely.
There was no other thought.
Absolutely.
You couldn't tell none of us to tell you what type of job we was thinking about. We weren't thinking about no job. We thinking about basketball. So, but now, looking back, I'll be like, you know what?
Hey, that Marquette team, when y'all first got there on campus, did y'all create a brotherhood of that 4 of you guys? Did y'all always hang with each other?
No. Honestly, it was, you know what? It really became, it was, I was, Will knew them all from Chicago. Amal was kind of under Will. Uh, and we all know Amal growth came later. So Amal wasn't really considered like ready to help us right away. And then Amal was a little different. Amal had his own little lane. Um, and then
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
and
did.
then Shannon was a different kid also. Shannon was a little bit more shy. Me and Will from the city, from the hood. Shannon was from
And
suburbs.
Shannon was polished. Let's just say it.
Yes,
Shannon was polished.
very much so. We was rough on the edges. The shit we trying to do wasn't what Shannon was trying to do. So really it
Mm-hmm.
ended up being Will and myself, and we were hanging with the older guys, Damon, and then Chuck Breaks, who was from Chicago, who stayed out there still. So we would be with Damon really. All of us would be together.
And we hung with former players.
Yep.
Former players.
We're still around.
They was always on campus. They were still around.
Yep.
So we
Really?
hung out with the former players.
So we kind of, it was
So
more that.
this is what I remember, T-Mill. So the first day we get on campus, and I want to see if you were going to talk about this. First day we get on campus, we have our little team meeting. KO welcome, blah, 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 blah. We all had to be there like 10 o'clock, but we hooping at noon. We hooping. Like you get on campus, you hooping. So we go to the gym, go to the old gym. That's what they call it. We start hooping. We walk in the gym, and it's the entire Milwaukee Buck squad in there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, they doing it like that up here? So I just remember, man, we're looking around, and we're like, man, that's Alvin Robertson. This joke in here hooping with us. Like, like, what's going on here, man?
Bro, yeah. Because
Paul
KO had, no, it was pro pros. I mean, as it kept going forward, I mean, it even got to the point where like we got forward to the Todd Datums to be up in there, Lee Mayberry, Big Dog. So and then we and I'm from the city, so I used to go hoop sometime because I started meeting some old heads in the city, and I used to go hoop and they sit in the city because I know from being where I'm from, if you don't go hoop in the city, they ain't gonna give you respect. I had some people. So when they had good guards in Milwaukee. So when they had good guards in Milwaukee, they be like, they want to see, this their point guard that they chose. He's from another state. How is he? So I would go hoop in the city. So I go hoop in certain little gyms you wouldn't think I'd probably be in the city, in the hood, or whatever. And then, so with that being said, I would end up meeting the guys like a Calvin Rayford, who's a little guard, that could go. He could really play back in, really play, new guards like that. And I started inviting them. Come on up to Marquette and hoop. Marquette used to be jumping. Have them all come up there and hoop. Everybody, so respect was there from all of us. So they knew who the guards were. They might hear, I'm from Cleveland, Will from Shot. They hear about it. They don't know what we can do. And then, we ain't never look at it no different. Where we from, we didn't walk in gyms before where it been people. So we like, let's get it.
Yeah, everybody's welcome in the gym. Who was the one kid, man, that went to UWM? That joker could jump out the gym.
Some
That joker was coming in, man. Tree. That
Light
joker was
skin.
jumping from
Tree.
jumping
Yeah, he
from free
jumped.
throw line, man.
Yeah, tricky jump.
Pogo
Yeah,
stick.
AJ, that
tree.
joke,
Yeah,
man,
he played for the
pogo stick. That
Globetrotters.
joker, yeah, did he?
He played for the Globetrotters too. Yep.
AJ, when I tell you this joker could jump,
Crazy, bro.
man.
Crazy.
So
Hey,
here's the other thing I remember. So our freshman year, we're we all getting to know each other. We're going around campus, we're getting ready, and I just remember I had never seen anything like this before in my life. This is our first open gym. KO's not coaching, but he's there. Gee, the gym is packed, man. When I tell you packed, like, I don't know what the buzz, maybe you knew, Tony. I didn't know what the buzz was of the Marquette team,
I didn't.
but the expectations was like,
Ray.
we are back. Like that was because here's what was crazy, because this is the first time I ever seen this in my life too. Remember how DePaul used to come on WGN all the time? Well, we came on the local ABC station up there every game. Marquette basketball was on TV. So I just remember, man, this open gym is packed from head to toe. And I just remember, because we had talent. We had Chuck Breaks, and you kind of knew who was going to Rob Logden, man, who could shoot. Agee, that joker, he wasn't gonna beat you up the floor, but that joker could stop on a dime and hit it from anywhere. Rob could shoot the mess out of that ball.
And then
we had
rest in
Jim
peace,
McIlvaine,
Ron Curry,
Ron
Curry, God rest his soul, Big McIlvaine, RC, who probably still to this day, the greatest stat lines ever.
Yeah.
Like AG, like this joker line was like, Ron would play like 20 minutes and have 20 points.
Yeah.
It's
like about 8 rebounds,
8 rebounds.
Steals.
Like,
he was crazy.
His efficiency.
Yeah, he was.
Like, I think one of Ron's greatest games he had ever played for us, we were playing North Carolina State. And he just went to work on Tom Gugliotti.
Mm-hmm.
Gugliotti couldn't score. Ron was dunking on him.
He was hard too.
I was just like, this dude's a pro.
Yeah.
I was like, he ain't gonna be here that long. I'm like, that dude like that. I mean,
how did y'all, I was gonna say, how did y'all see
as great as our team was?
How did we see what?
I say, how you and Will saw it from. How did y'all see the maturation of Amal McCaskill? When did he come into his own?
I think Amal didn't really come into his own, honestly, until like
junior year.
Yes, his freshman year
I could tell you, freshman year was too fast.
And sophomore year, he had to get stronger.
He was a body,
and he had to understand how to do certain things. But he had got to a point where like coach would be like, "This is what you." He had to do certain things only, and they just stuck.
I tell you what Kevin O'Neal told him. KO told him simply this. He said, "Amal, I want you to do three things. I need you to rebound." And he said, if you shoot the ball, it better be a dunk or a layup.
Yep.
And that joker dunked and laid up everything. Listen, we didn't even know Amal could catch the ball.
No,
that joker started, matter of fact, this is what happened. So he started giving Jim McIlvaine fits.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And Big Mac could block everything.
No.
But Amal caught him on the baseline one time and shocked himself. He dunked on McIlvaine in practice.
Damn.
And Amal, like, Amal was like this kind of guy. Tone, you remember this. Amal was the kind of guy, like, when he did something, he used to get so hyped.
So hyped. I'm talking about crazy, though. Because, he never done it before. So, he'd be super hyped, you know what I'm saying, that way. But we always talk about, like, Mac. Mac blocked everything. Like,
everything.
And then we used to always joke because Will used to always, Will be finger rollers. Will be finger rollers. Mac used to be so mad at Will. Will used to Will was the only one I have not seen in all the years Mac ever block Will's shot. Will used to get literally right to him and just finger roll him. I don't know what. Yo, 3 times. I'm talking about, like, I used to be like, damn, Mac, when Mac went on my team, when he was on my team, I'm like, Mac, you don't block that shit. Come on, man. But like every time he would just be like, he could not. Will would like, look, I'm talking about get close to him. It wasn't like he was taking off shooting no floaters or nothing. This was right in Mac grill, and he would just move that shit around over top of him. Matt couldn't.
He had them
Matt
big
used to
ass
hate that.
hands,
Matt
man.
cannot block his shot to this day.
Will was
To
palming
this
the
day, he
ball when he
cannot
was
block his shot.
13, man.
Listen, let me tell you something, man.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Folks don't know how hard. Folks, tell people how hard we practice, man. People have no
Listen, man.
idea,
And
you know,
we
what it was like.
this is when there wasn't that they have time limits now. You only a certain time, you got this amount of time, this time. Back then, the time limit was just kind of known that you would practice for 3 hours, maybe be 2 hours or whatever. So, but it really wasn't a time limit that you had to be out of there. So but not just that though. When we would practice, like, I mean hard, like we starting off practice with like 5 suicides. That's
Dang.
just starting off practice.
You forgot, Tone, the one I used to hate. Well, let's just take people back. First, we should do that deep six. I used to hate
had to make that
deep six, man.
Had to make that.
But I remember, man, our freshman year.
Not the Indian line.
So here's the thing, Agee. We didn't. So we wore, which I still crack up on that. We wore LA gears our freshman year. LA gear. We was out there at LA gears our freshman year.
Oh my God.
But KO would go buy us shoes like to work out and stuff like that. So because he put you on the track. KO was like, oh, y'all running the track. So I never forget, man. First time we went out to the track, T-Mill, you remember this? It was cold out there.
Bro,
so
listen.
KO time you.
Yes.
So we all out there killing it.
Cold as hell.
So cold, we get back to the gym. KO's like, oh, okay, your time was this. So let's say you ran your mile in 5 minutes and 35 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
KO be like, okay, we need to take 10 seconds off of that.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds off of, I need you at 5:25.
Real,
and you had to do it like,
yes.
what, in the next 4 weeks? Because you was going out every week.
And it was cold as hell. It got colder. I mean, it's like being in Chicago, just going outside and running a mile. It's cold as hell out there trying to run it. And I'm like,
folks don't know. No, Milwaukee a different cold. Chicago cold, but Milwaukee a different cold.
We used to be out there, and then there'd be a couple people been and made it, a couple people didn't make it. So you'd be out there to support the next person. And like we used to get to the point where like if you ain't make it and we had enough people, each person will run one lap with them. Just to kind of push them to kind of get the pace. Whatever their time was, we knew their time.
Yeah.
So we were running like Rob had the best time. Rob be doing this in some running miles like he's like he in Olympics, like he running crazy. All of us was, we was running. I had to figure it out. I could do a sprint, but I had to figure out how to kind of manage this whole 4 lap thing. But also you out there, it ain't just you ain't just running. You out there in long john. You out there short. We out there in long john, skull caps, ski masks. We got grease all on our face. We trying to you trying to have the wind go off.
And it's like snowing. 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's 6 in the morning too. We out.
Oh,
we out
shit.
cracking. It's Kale
ain't no sun out. You don't know where you at. You on some random track. Yes. We wasn't even on campus, man. We
we out just running, bro. Kale wasn't playing.
Hey, this for both of you guys.
Here's the thing, man. So
I was gonna say, what was that big game for you guys that y'all won on the road?
Ooh. Might have been probably when we beat Cincinnati.
Freshman year, you talking about, Agee?
No, just throughout.
Because we struggled freshman year.
Yeah, like one of y'all biggest games y'all won on the road.
I would probably say, it might have been. Shit, it might have been. It might have been one of them in DePaul when they had because DePaul was considered pretty to be very good because they had Klein Smith, they had Nate, they had Howard who could go, the little point guard, and then they had what was the light skinned guy?
I know, Agee, you know him, man.
Slim, he about 6'6".
Went to school with Howard Nathan.
Oh yeah,
from Peoria down that way.
Booth, the Booth,
yes,
David
Booth. Yes. Him, Klein Smith. They had them. Then they had some bigs. They was considered. They had a good squad. That's when Joey Minor was coaching there. We got a road game there. We won there, which is big for us. I think one of our biggest wins. Well, was you with us down there? Was when the home game versus Wisconsin when we won because we couldn't get over that hump with them, and we finally beat them. I remember because I had a triple double that game. That's when they had Rashad Griffin and Mike Finley.
Rashad, yep.
And we played them in the Bradley Center. and we won that game. It was a huge win for us.
His was crazy though. I'm glad you brought up the Wisconsin game because what a lot of people don't know. So freshman year, uh, I wasn't starting. I was barely getting in the games, and we actually go to Wisconsin to play them. You know, Wisconsin is it's 90 miles up the road, so we go there. I didn't play the whole first half, and Wisconsin is killing us. I mean, you know, people don't know. You play when you go play your in-state
Yeah,
rival,
you gotta be ready.
games are just different.
Yeah, you gotta be ready.
So I remember the second half, the first 5 minutes. I think it was like 2 minutes into the second half, KO throws me in the game. I get 3 steals right away. Boom, 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 3 straight layups. And KO's like, whoa, this is different. And so we ended up coming back, but we ended up losing Wisconsin. You remember this because when we got back, KO made us go in the gym
Yes.
and he made us go to the gym and
So
practice.
no, I remember this totally because he came. We on a bus driving back. We pull up. When we pull up to the campus, he said a little way before we pull up, he said, "Listen, y'all about to get off the bus, go put them same uniforms on, and we gonna practice tonight."
Yes,
I
yes,
said, "What?"
yes, yes,
Man,
yes.
listen, I had to go talk to him and say, "Listen, Kev, I'm not. We get out there and practice, but I ain't putting them uniforms on. Though. We can we can put we can put some practice gear on and go out there, but I'm not putting them uniforms on." I said, so we go out there. So listen, we go put our practice uniforms on. We go out there. Man, he lined us up on the baseline. All he did put 2 lines. He rolled the ball out and did loose ball drill.
Yep.
We just
We
dived for loose
dove.
ball.
We diving for loose balls.
And he purposely did this. We all went first to the last person, and the last person was Damon Key and Rob Logan. And he just wanted to see Rob. He just wanted to see Damon roll over Rob and just like, man, it was so bad, man. He
Here's
didn't
what's
even want to
crazy
practice.
about that though, man. Here's what's crazy about that. Though we lost that game, that changed the trajectory of my career because the next game we play UAB.
Oh yeah.
And we beat them at home.
Yep.
But KO put me in the starting lineup.
Yep.
And it's interesting that started the downward trajectory of Shannon.
Yep.
Because I would play Shannon in the lineup.
But you know, what ended up happening was, as everybody say, most coaches want their teams to take on their identity. And Shannon, as you said earlier, was very skilled, but Shannon wasn't tough there. And the what's his name game, he saw, okay, I can get some scoring from Will, but I'm gonna get the toughness already though. And then I think he kind of realized, like, you know what? I'd rather have this tough ass group, and we'll figure out how to put that thing in the basket than worrying about let me get this offense out here. So we locked into guarding and being tough as hell and executing, like really running our shit, knowing what we was gonna do, having the purpose what we was doing, and then we get out and go. And you know, it kind of grew from there.
I actually thought we was gonna make the NIT that year, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get something.
We ran off quite a few wins, man. Yeah. And you know, KO's like, I ain't playing if it ain't it's NIT or higher. KO like, I ain't playing that in the mother leagues. He's like, I ain't doing that. But let's talk about this, man, because I know you probably got about 10, 15 minutes left. I want folks to know about what you're doing right now, man. Tell everybody about the garage and how your career, what you're doing with the game of basketball right now.
Okay, so when I stopped playing, like I said earlier, I started coaching at USC with Kevin. And when I coached there, I was responsible for from workouts to game planning to matchups, all those things. And then so once we got let go there, I stayed in California and worked at Cal State LA, a Division II school, was assistant coach there for 3 years. And I also worked at a high school for a year with some top players. Um, then I ended up moving to Arizona. Moved to Arizona where I'm at now, currently now in out in Chandler, Arizona, and I started getting into workouts. Start training people. It wasn't something that I initially wanted to do. I never thought about being a trainer. It was not my intention. But then it started, and it's been grown. I've now been out here for ooh, I've been out here probably about 8 years now, almost 10 maybe. About 8 years now, and I have my gym called the Garage, which is here, the basketball garage. Um, and it's been a blessing. One, I have kids now that I've trained since the fifth grade that are now in college.
Mm.
I have girls and guys. We have a wall that's in the garage that shows guys there, girls and guys that made it from out of the garage from the development side to make it to college. Recently had Dalen Terry who ended up being drafted. I think he went 18th pick to the Bulls actually. I was training Dalen since that eighth grade year all the way up to still to this point now, training him now. Came out to Chicago a couple times and trained him. And we still train together now and do things. Got guys that recently just had a kid that I've trained since the fifth grade, and named Bruce Branch, who's blown up now. He's going to be a junior. Just decided to go to leave and go to Prolific High School, a big time prep school.
Mm-hmm.
He just now a couple of years ago he wasn't. 2 years ago he wasn't even on the map. No one knew him.
Wow.
He plays with Compton Magic AAU program. I trained them. I have trained Compton Magic AAU program out here also,
You
which is
told.
one of the biggest. Yep, which is that's my guy, which is one of the biggest programs out here. So Bruce just recently moved up to like number 2 in the country.
Wow.
Um, 6'7", kid, junior, can really go. So really, my whole program is based off this. I look at it this way. I I wasn't. I'm not a trainer, and the reason why I say that is because I understand the game from playing and from coaching, and from those two sides of it helps me put together training. So when I'm training, my thoughts is game situation simulation. So when you drive here, what are they going to do?
Yep.
So where should you kick it to?
Mm-hmm.
Or what shot presents itself? Or what move should happen at this point? If and then there's also understanding each kid as being different.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning like I learn all my kids, so I know we need to work. A lot of them need to work on similar things, but some need to be very specific. If he's a shooter, where we shoot, are these catch and shoot? Are these off a dribble handoff? Are these, do I got to learn how to read screen? In that way. So I think the luxury that I can give in regards to being a trainer is that I not only can talk to them in regards to like the moves you're making,
Mm-hmm.
but why you do them, when you do them, but also this is how the defense is going to play. This is how the weak side is going to be over here. So this is how you have to manipulate the defense to create what you're trying to create, either as a point guard or if you're coming off this screen as a shooter
Mm-hmm.
and you made one, this is what's going to happen. So now are you prepared to make that pocket pass? So, and then the same thing goes for me is I teach defense also. So I'm teaching them how to be in the help side, how to slide through screens, how to chase screens. So I go from there to also where I train teams. I go to high schools and train some high school teams. I put in offensive systems. I help train AAU programs where uh, I put their offensive system in, might put their defensive system in. And for my thing is this: I try to teach for them to be able to get to college. My biggest thing is that I want any kid that comes to the garage to be able to go to college to be like, well, they all call me Unc. Unc taught me that. I heard that from Unc. Unc said that. Unc
Mm-hmm.
said that. Yep. Because I be on them about pace, I be on them about urgency, and I be on them about
Yep.
being able to respond to something that happens that's supposed to be either negative. The majority of the time, like in today's world where IG is about now, we forget the process.
Yep.
So we missing the shot. We worry about the shot and we don't run back. And you getting subbed out. You're not getting subbed out because you missed the shot. You're subbed out because you didn't run back.
Yep.
So it's teaching them how to move on from things. So for me, it's a mixture. It's like I get my coaching fix out of it. I get my teaching fix out of it. I get to be a point guard by leading them, teaching them how to do certain things. I try to talk to them mentally. I watch film with them in regards to like getting them to see it, understand it, because a lot of kids don't know how to watch film. A lot of them watching their highlights. They're not watching how did this happen? Like I tell a lot of them, parents will say, he's only getting 5 shots. I said, let me see the film. So I watch the film and say, he had 10 shots. 5 times he got the ball, he wasn't ready to shoot. So he didn't take advantage of that opportunity. And when you're on the road and these college scouts are out there watching, it's the opportunity you got to take care of. It might not be, it ain't got to be if you make a shot or miss a shot. Did you take advantage of the opportunity to make a play?
Yep. Yep.
In that time. And the thing with me is, I say, there's a lot of trainers out here, but I can say honestly, my resume in regards to the basketball side,
Mm-hmm.
but now on the coaching side that I coached at a Power 5 school, so I sat over there and know what people are trying to recruit.
Yeah.
So I understand both sides of it. And then I coached in high school, so I understand how parents see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I tell college coaches, we gotta. It's y'all want us to tell our kids to they got to play D and do all the other things. But y'all only offering the kids who scoring with the big numbers. So if we want to be realistic to this, let me see us get that kid who really defending, who gonna help your team be better, get an offer at the same way that guy that's scoring a point. Because that's where we cause the problem. We're making parents feel that their kids have to score at a heavy amount to get recruited.
Right.
But then we know once we get in the thick of making a team, all of them not gonna score.
Yep.
So for me, and I think all of them know for me, I get to tell them, and the one thing is I tell them direct, Will, that everybody knows. Just like KO give equal opportunity, every kid in my gym got equal opportunity to get their ass yelled at.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's real talk.
And I be on them from Dalen, who was there, to my kid Timmy Allen, who played in Texas, plays in Europe now, to the younger ones. I mean, I got third graders all the way up to pros, boys and girls. I do girls and boys. I work my girls up the same way I work my boys. Like they're pushed to go at a certain level. They push to go at a certain urgency and pace. And I just tell them, listen, what I love is when I get the call back and I talk to them and I say, are you ready? And they say, yeah, I was prepared. Are you hearing something that you heard before? Yes. Are you able to respond to it in a quicker time than the other ones are? Yes. So we want.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my thing. Like my thing is like, it was interesting because we talk about businesses. So I was talking to businesses and I was talking to my girl. We was talking about, you got a moms and pops stores back home.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go in those stores, Will, you can go in there, Arthur, you can go in there, you can maybe get some groceries and come back next week and pay them. Because they know moms and dads.
Yeah, yeah.
But now there's no more moms and pop stores, all the businesses that took over. So you don't really know them. It's straight business.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like the garage is moms and pops. Now y'all still gotta pay me.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
in regards to the relationship side of it, there's real relationships. There's real care.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really care about these kids. I know about this and this. I mean, like I know I care about them to the point where my son, in general, I got to make sure that I manage between talking to my son, because my son is a football player. He do his thing on the football side, which I love and I'm so proud of in that regard. And he's starting his career now, but he does his side on the football side. That I got to make sure he knows how much I care about him because I spend so much time with these kids in the gym and my job. And I have a personal relationship with all of them. And I think that's the more genuine thing. Like the garage, you come in the garage, ain't no hanging around. You in there, you working, and you gone. There's no hangouts. There's no when you hanging around,
video
you hanging
games, playing, none of that.
No, ain't no video game. We coming in there working and we gone. And then also we got the thing, it's hot.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's 120 degrees, 140 degrees out there.
Hey, hold on. Now, swamp coolers don't do nothing out here. It's hot. They listen. They learn to grind, and they also. This is how I know that they care. They still coming to me. We get in there, and they go through it. I got young kids that be in there. I got older kids, but that's what I do now. Is I do the training side on both girls, boys, all ages, from individual to small groups, trying to make sure that we learning the game. That I try to teach them the game. I say, I'm more of a teacher. I teach the game the way I play as a point guard. So I'm teaching them. I'm making sure that we understand why we're doing it. We know why we're doing it. So then that allows them to know when to do it.
Right. T.
And I
Mill,
always
are you
tell them,
familiar with are you familiar? And Will knows this guy too, Chad Growth. He just called me. He just called me the other day. He had, he got the area codes,
Yep,
little
I know
thing,
Chad. Yes,
and
I know Chad.
he want to do something here in Chicago.
Yep, I know Chad. Yes, I know Chad. Very well. I know Chad. I know all of them out here. I've been out here for a while. Like, for example, I train up here is where Compton Magic's, the guys that play for Compton Magic out here, which was Dalen, Timmy. This year we had past couple years, Bruce Branch, Cam Williams, some guy, Mace. A lot of guys played on the team this year.
Mm-hmm.
All the guys that play on Compton Magic that came through Arizona, I trained. So, like, say, Cole Pete, one of the top players in the country that's going to go to Arizona. They all do when we do magic training for the summer to get them ready for AU. I'm the one who take care of that and do that for Tote out here for a guy named Ray Alrizu, who runs the Compton Magic side out here in Arizona.
That's a good deal. T-Mill, you done dropped so many nuggets today, man. We got 2 final questions for you, though. I got one, and my dog Agee gonna have one for you, man. What is your message, man, to aspiring athletes, whether it's high school, college, or even the pros? Because a lot of times people think they get to the pros, they made it, and that's it. It's like, no, it ain't it. This process starts all over again. But what's your message, man, to those who know that there's a grind but don't understand the grind? What's your message to them?
My message is, first of all, I've always went by this thing. It's not what you go through, it's how you handle it. And that can go both ways. Meaning things can go great, but you gotta stay even killed. Cause things can go bad, but it ain't that bad. So if we stay right in the middle, you can always change what's going on. And in today's time where so much things are very much instant, the process is forgotten about. I told a kid the other day that you don't know how much better you got today because you're looking for that just immediate, consistent success. However, what I want to tell them is stay consistent in your work, stay consistent in the process, but also be very detailed. I think a lot of times we don't identify how do we get to that point. We can tell kids go do this and this, but we got to be very detailed. What do we have to do? How do we go about the process? What is the process? Like people say, okay, just trust the process. No, what is the process? And every kid's process is different. So, and every kid's trajectory goes differently. So I would say, talk to somebody who can break down your process and identify who you are, identify who you want to become, and identify how the steps you have to take to get there. But once you identify that, be consistent on it.
Yeah.
Life is about consistency. Think about it. In everything you do, from relationships to relationship with your kids, to relationship with your parents, it's consistency. We want consistency. You guys are working for you can be what? Consistent to your kids to help them consistently out. So
Absolutely.
the same thing goes with the sports. I just want them all to be more consistent in what they're doing.
T-Mill, man, I want to thank you, man, for being on the show. A final question for you, man. What is the next chapter in the Tony Miller's Hoop Dreams?
I think the next chapter for me is to build a foundation where kids can continue to learn the game from offensively, defensively, mentally, and just understanding how to play, understanding the concepts of what is needed to be done to get to a certain point. And that can be from individual development, from group development, team development, and also even being able to start teaching where you have camps to build camps to where I can have video go on. I can stop the video, show them what's going on, teach them that way, and have them learn that way. So I think my next development is really just to kind of make the garage a bigger business in regards to where I can travel to different cities and do certain things, partner with different people, do certain things to build and show. And it ain't just about showing up to show a new move or this and this, but coming there to show, okay, how do you cut off the ball? How do you play with someone? How do you defend as a group? How do you talk? And then add the individual stuff into that. So basically, let me come coach you. That's the best part.
It sounds like you should be coaching. That's what it sounds like.
It's my hey. this getting my coaching feel out. I get to be. I think I was meant to be a coach, so my training is my coaching, and that's how I go about it.
How can people find you? What's your handle?
So, you can find me at it's Coach T Mill, Tony Miller on for IG, and then on Twitter on X, it will say now.